I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10.
Hey man, welcome back to Late Night Talk Sessions with TunaBear. And tonight we got some special guests. We got Albert Salazar and Charles Collins coming in. And man, what an episode. I'm working on getting a better setup for multiple people to be on the podcast. And so far I have a mixer that I'm using. Not like a mixer, but like a PA. And the audio is not that great. I tried to make it a little bit better. But yeah, everything helps, man. Any stream, tell your friends about us. If you ever want to be on it, you can go to Anchor and you can leave me a voice message saying you want to be on the show, or if you just want to give me your opinions on stuff. Please, by all means, click that link. I'm TunaBear, man, and thank you for your support.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was one of the first weird IPAs that I drank. I think I first had a Fat Time when I was 18, and I was like, this tastes like dog shit. But I think the bar that I frequented, I'm not going to say the name, put them on special, and so I was like, fuck yeah, so then I really started liking Fat Tire. yeah.
Dude, Fat Tire is amazing.
It's good now. I can appreciate a good beer.
Dude, I brought these from Houston the last time I went. I've been just saving them. Yeah. And I was like, man, I don't have no beer.
No, they're good. It's not like if you're used to like me, right? Like growing up on Milwaukee's Best and Bud Light and anything you can fucking sneak away from your parents.
Hell yeah. Dude, you ever had a Grody?
No. What the fuck's a Grody? I've had a few Grodies in my life, but you're talking about an alcoholic beverage.
All right. It's something that I came up with, high school. Okay. So, you go to a party and you help and clean up, right?
Oh, no.
And
I already know. We've all had one of those. That's not a...
That's a Grody.
Dude.
So,
what Grody?
So, every beer, any, liquor that's, left over... You pour that into a pitcher.
Right.
And, this was, tradition between me and my friends. Every weekend. We have enough to make a Grody. Yeah, we got about half a pitcher.
Your friends suck.
Yeah, some of them would, leave beers, halfway full. We're like, fuck. I don't want to drink this. And, after we finished cleaning up, that was the reward, was a fucking Grody. And it was, a mix of, fucking different types of beers, different types of liquors.
Right.
White Claw wasn't out, but
that sounds
fucking
horrible.
smearing off in
what,
there.
What kind
it
of
was
fucking
nasty.
Teenage hood did you have?
A lot, dude. You ever heard of a Chili Willy?
I don't want to know what the fuck. Do you know what a Chili Willy is?
It sounds like the reason my family has a cock sweater. We actually have a family. No, we have.
You're talking about uncircumcised penis, a cock sweater?
It's literally a little quilted sweater for your dick. It has balls and everything.
What the fuck?
Facebook cut me off, but yes.
My family has one of those.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and no one uses it, hopefully, because we've all touched it.
Okay.
But,
a cock sweater.
Yeah, it's a little.
I missed the meaning because I was dealing with stupid things. But it's not like
a condom for warmth.
You're not okay. So you're telling me you're not you're not Jewish.
No,
you're not
is
circumcised.
That a Jewish thing? Cock sweaters?
No, a cock sweater. No. Being Jewish, I mean you have a circumcised dick.
Oh yeah, I have a circumcised penis.
So you don't have a cock sweater. A real cock sweater.
No, that's a cock hoodie.
Yeah, so a Chili Willy, you get a can of any beer, and you pour liquor on top, and you snort it.
What?
And then you crack open your beer. You use it as a chaser.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that'll spark any pre-coke addiction.
I've never heard of anybody snorting alcohol.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh man,
What is?
that was like every weekend.
You had a Chili Willy every weekend,
dude.
Is
Yes,
that
we
bad
used to
uncle?
Chili for, I want to say for like a good 6 to 7 months, we did Chili Willies every weekend, and I was and like they would pull out like little baggies of powder and like, nah, I don't do that. But then I'm over here.
I'm willing.
You were
to
doing
bet-
Chili Willies.
I'm willing to bet that the guy who invented Chili Willies also invented hot rails. Like,
What's
a
hot
hot
rail?
rail?
you guys are gonna make me sound like a. So a hot rail is when a fucking tweaker
Yeah.
thinks he can't get any more tweaked. He decides, I'm gonna break the bulb off my little fucking. They have like a pipe with a bulb on it. You break that end off, or if it just happens to break, like most tweakers, you then take that fucking glass tube, you heat it up to where it's like glowing, and you snort a line.
Too bad, dude.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. If a
You don't do that, Charles.
Yes, I don't. People.
No, like just in general, like.
I've been around and I've seen it.
Holy
and
fuck.
I've snorted my fair share of things.
Oh, I've done my fair share.
I'm
Like-
not even gonna say what the fuck I've done about any sort of like. We're talking about Chili Willies and what the fuck you
Hot
Hot
rails?
Rail?
Hot Wheels?
It's for
Why would you do a hot-
specifically methamphetamines.
Yeah, we know about the fact you get Sudafed.
Well, Sudafed has nothing. Well, I mean, I guess it has something to do with it, but like, what are you talking about? You're just saying words that relate to it. Yeah, aluminum foil.
I'm not saying anything that relates to.
Sudafed. What?
No, when you make crystal meth, you said meth, right? Okay, you go to. It was a thing. You go to Walgreens. I never went to fucking Walgreens. We'd hear about the fucking people going to Walgreens to get Sudafed to like boil it down. I don't know how to make fucking meth.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I've done my fair share.
Yeah, I had somebody
God.
offered me when I was like 17 to go into the store and buy them Sudafed, and they would hook me up with like $20. And I was with my friend and his mom, and I was like, hey, I gotta go back in the store real quick. And she was like, what for? And I was like, well, I told her exactly what happened. I didn't know what Sudafed was or what it was for. But I told her, and she was like, no, get in the car. And I was like, it's fucking $20. What's the problem? The
Get
guy
back
wants
in the fucking 92 Buick.
The guy needs nasal spray. I'm willing to help. I was like,
Oh, God. All right.
Is it nasal spray?
Yeah.
Or was it at the time? Because now it's a pill.
Sudafed's just a nasal spray that like clears up your sinuses, but it is a stimulant, and there's something in it.
Well,
Red phosphorus from matches, which I don't understand at all, but I've seen fucking Breaking Bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Also, I've hung out with bad people, and they tell you everything.
you
They
broke
forget
bad.
it.
Me
Dude, you
too.
can make Gatorade and a get. You can make Gatorade and fuck. You can make meth in a Gatorade bottle. You can make Gatorade in a meth bottle.
Holy shit.
I'm drinking too much.
Explains the mustache that he has. Holy fuck. I knew that wasn't a cop mustache. That was a fucking...
No,
I cook meth on a Gatorade bottle mustache.
No, dude.
They look at him. Is he a cop? And he's over there.
Oh no. That's the other mustache.
I was actually scared to rock this mustache when I was doing meth because it made other meth heads uncomfortable.
Oh, shit.
No joke, dude. I got the full cop stash. Like,
Yeah. You either have a cop stash or a meth
Gay
stash.
stash.
You
Or
ever
a gay
been-
stash. There's 3 mustaches then.
I'm gonna say a meth
Oh,
stash.
dude, there's
like,
a lot of mustaches. You got the Sancho stash like I got. If I were to shave all this,
A meth stash. Look at Post Malone if you want like a meth stash. That's the most the meth mustaches is like patchy. I don't know if they're catching it on fire with the fucking thing, but you don't get a full mustache like this from meth. This is alcoholism and
I appreciate your mustache. I can't grow facial hair for shit. I'm so Jerry. We're probably like the same like ethnicity, but like I'm like Native American like as fuck. So we don't grow mustaches. Like I can't grow a beard. I can't grow shit. Like this is the extent of what happens, and it's pretty pathetic. But I like it because like I save on like. Big
razors?
razors. Yeah, I save a lot of money.
how do you save money if you're constantly shaving it?
I don't.
he say he don't shave it.
This is like 2 weeks of not shaving.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I got this stubble down here and I shaved this morning.
Yeah, my chest is bare.
Do you-
Now,
do you
my
grow-
boobs look like Osama bin Laden, by the way. But,
Let me ask you this: do you grow armpit hair?
yeah.
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I don't grow no chest hair, no armpit hair. Like I'm pretty much bare.
Yeah.
Like, look.
I'll trade you my butt.
No,
Dude,
that's insane.
yeah, that's the native blood in me.
So I'm not true native. I don't have armpit
I'll
hair.
grow facial hair for fucking
I
days.
can't.
I'll trade you butthole hair for armpit hair, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's bare too. I don't feel no pulls.
See, that's why you need to get a bidet like Jerry.
I really do. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I use my tub as a bidet.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
No, it's very cool because
No, it's not cool, because then that means every time I take a shit, I have to take my pants and my socks and my shoes off to get in the tub and wash. And I don't do it like you think. I don't put my legs above my head and like up, but I just like squat and then bam, and that's when I put my finger in my butt and decide. No, I mean, if you're gonna wash your asshole, why not try it, like, wake it up, see what happens.
yeah.
But
So
nothing happened.
You got the poor man's bidet, the bathtub, right? The
Well,
it's like taking somebody. Okay,
called a shit bag.
an ex of mine described taking a bath, like just washing your privates. I thought it was the funniest thing in the whole fucking world. When she told me, she's like, "Oh, we're about to go out. I'm about to take a whore bath." I'm like,
I've
I'm
done
like,
that.
what? It's like, yeah, like a whore bath. I never heard this shit before until she told me. I'm like, a whore bath.
That's a
I'm
white
like,
people
she's
thing.
like, yeah,
Just
you
gets
like,
a rag
when you get in there and you just
scrubs the
fucking
shit.
like wash your shit and your armpits and your fucking privates and your ass and you it's a whore bath. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking hilarious.
There's another level of that called the hooker bath, and that's no, for real, where you just spray cologne on those areas. That's white people shit.
Oh, if I'm paying $25, she better be taking a whore bath instead of a fucking hooker bath. I'm not like.
Dude said TB. What was it? TBA? Tits, breast. Oh no. Tits, butt, ass, or
Are we
something
crossing
like
the
that.
line there, Jerry?
No, we're not. We're not.
You're the one crossing the line, though. The tits, breast, ass. It's all good to me. You sound like a fucking a red-blooded American male right there.
Can I use the ladies' restroom?
Yeah.
Make sure to use the
If you can
bidet.
find it.
I'll be right back.
It's the one marked Charles on it.
What?
It's the one marked Charles. It says Charles on the back.
Why would it say no?
Because he anticipated your arrival tonight.
Hopefully, the next time I do this, I'm not gonna have this whole setup because
Yeah.
I'm running this through a PA to an interface, and it's being recorded. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of fuck shit.
No, this
But-
setup, it's great. It really is. Like, I like it a lot. It's better than,
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I'm a collector. Let
Yeah.
me put it like this. I'm a collector.
Mm-hmm.
I collect a lot of stuff, and like I collect a lot of audio and like video stuff. But like, I don't know. I had this set up just for like a 2-people podcast, but then like I was like, yeah, bring Charles in. Then like I started thinking about it, I was like, oh fuck, I need a better interface. So that's definitely on my list. And there's one that I've been looking at that's like $200. I can replace that, or if like I'm doing like a one-on-one podcast, that'd be great.
No, this is a great fucking setup, and we both. I'm sure I'm speaking for Charles too. I don't like to speak for people,
Yeah.
but this is a great setup, and we're on right now. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit different than just chatting. As like, we're in the backyard taking a piss and smoking cigarettes. This is a different chat,
Yeah.
but a little bit on right now. But yeah, it's great that you're doing this, and I thoroughly enjoy the first. I've only heard the first episode, by the way. I'm not gonna fucking smooze your ass.
Yeah.
The first episode was fucking great. I think I skimmed through a little bit, but it was fucking fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad that we're on episode 4 right now, and it's so fun to do these things. It's so fun. Hey, Charles is back.
Squirrel. I changed it up.
You saw a squirrel?
Nah.
I wish I had a squirrel.
I emptied the wrong, or wait, I opened.
He emptied the wrong asshole when he went to go take a shit. He was like, ah.
I opened the wrong door. I saw a bed like hanging off the wall in there, and I was like, oh shit. That's
You opened this one?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, there's a bed. Nope.
I saw handcuffs and all sorts of crazy shit, so I didn't shut the door.
Ring made of leather and beef jerky.
Oh shit, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Beef jerky? Alright, we're all getting down tonight then on some beef jerky.
Oh,
One
dude,
of my
fucking
I'm
the Trade
vegan,
Center.
by the way, but yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
You don't eat no meat.
No. Let's talk about the Trade Center.
No. Let me get to this. You don't eat no meat.
Well, I eat meat now. I was only vegan for maybe like a year, maybe less than a year. But I don't do dairy anymore. So I eat like I like almond milk. And so almond milk with fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like the best fucking thing.
Almond tits are so fucking nice.
So like when they had like the when they had like the milk pandemic thing a little while back, you're like, man, fuck that.
It didn't affect me. I didn't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Milk pandemic. That's how fucking outside of dairy I am right now.
Yeah, dude, there was a moment to where like milk prices were more than $3.
I'll tell you this, I don't give a fuck.
They're cycling through because right now it's eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my sister's a baker.
Right.
And so we fucking burn through eggs like a motherfucker, and the prices have skyrocketed.
Huh. Well, I've heard about the whole egg thing. I'm not really a big egg person either. I don't like. I mean, I'm not. Like I said, I don't really care for animal products. It's disgusting to me a little bit. Now I sit there. I had a burger today, and I was disgusted with myself. This is like my lefty talking. I was so fucking gross because I took my dad to a doctor's appointment in Victoria, which is like 45, 50 minutes away, right? For the listeners who don't know where Victoria is from here. The detour thing. So he had a doctor's appointment, and I didn't even know it was a fucking procedure that he was going to. That's where we were there all fucking day long. So it's a doctor's appointment. My parents were fucking, old. So they don't fucking really tell me. But they're like, so he comes out in a fucking wheelchair, and the nurses are wheeling him out. Like, what the fuck's wrong with my dad? And he's like, he's under anesthesia right now. I was like, what the fuck happened? He had a fucking procedure done. He didn't fucking tell me this. He said he had a fucking doctor's appointment in this fucking building. So we were supposed to go. My mom wanted to go to like Golden Corral. And I'm like, okay, I can eat some stuff at Golden Corral. It's cool. Yeah. Like, whatever. Like no. He can't go in to fucking eat. He has to go through the drive-thru. So we went to fucking Jack in the Box, and my parents paid for it. It was cool. I was driving their car, and so they paid like $20 for like Jumbo Jacks. It was the best thing I ever had in my fucking life. I was like, dude, I never had a fucking
Jumbo Jacks.
It was so good. It was so good. I ate it in like 5 seconds, dude. And afterwards, I was like, dude, I just ate a fucking hamburger. I felt so fucking terrible for the cow. It was like this fucking cow just got murdered for my fucking life. But for me to eat, man.
You can't feel bad about that because honestly, whether you do it or somebody, like literally all these cows and chickens, they are all dying one way or another. To not eat them is more of a sin, like in morale. I don't even care about the Bible or any of that, but like as far as like morality goes, if you just don't do it, then it's a waste for them to have ever been fucking confined like that and butchered.
Yeah, but I go back to the whole like Native American thing. Like my ancestors, like we ate buffalo, and
some of you cheated.
Dang, some of us cheated on.
Y'all ate
tricked them off
a good.
I know all about that.
Have you checked the price of buffalo now?
Don't you colonize me, Charles?
Dude, I thought I was a genius because I thought of a great way of fishing. I was like, if you just put 50 fucking hooks on one line, you could fucking catch so many fish. My buddy Conrad was like, yeah, Indians thought of that a long time ago. It's called snagging, and it's illegal unless you're native. Yeah. I was like, oh.
You can't do that shit anymore. But if I had like a Native American diet, I'd be totally cool with it. Just like beef, which was like the buffalo, corn. Ooh, I'm supposed to be eating a lot of corn, and like rabbit and stuff. I remember my grandma cooked a lot of rabbit. We had she did squirrel too.
Dude, I've never had rabbit or squirrel, and I've wanted to try both.
I've never had squirrel, but apparently I have eaten squirrel. I mean, I'm saying that I haven't eaten squirrel, but apparently I have. When I was little, when I was very little, because we used to go to. Now check this shit out. This is fucking crazy. My grandma used to have one of the oldest houses in B County. This county, one of the oldest fucking houses. I think the house was built, and so if my cousins are listening, they can correct me. I think the house was built like in 1922. I'm talking about my grandma's house. Here's Jerry again. So when they bought the house, my grandma and grandpa bought that house. They're both dead, God rest their souls, or if you believe in God, whatever. They bought this house. It was built like in I'm gonna say 1922. I think the house was built. It was still standing up until like 2003 actually, and it didn't have a fucking bathroom. The house did not have a fucking bathroom. So when I was a kid, it was an outhouse.
Oh wow.
There was a washroom. You would pump. You would pump it, but then like later on they got a fucking faucet. You turn it on.
Real well water.
Yeah, and the water treats is so fucking good. It was so clean. Now,
dude, yeah.
But the water would spout into a fucking tub, and you would take your bath in this fucking tub, and it was.
Damn, you guys were living like Mulan.
We were.
Yeah.
No, on the weekends. When my parents wanted to go fucking drink, they would drop down from my fucking grandma's house in this fucking house built in 1922, a fucking frontier house.
That's around here?
It's in Clareville, Texas, which is about fucking 10 minutes out going towards Sweeney Switch. I'll take you out there.
Oh, dude, I'd love to go check that out.
No, okay, but check this out. So she lived like that up until like 2003, and she was like in her fucking 80s already. The house was built in 1922. And the county, B County, were coming since like the 70s. Like, hey, you can't live like this. We're going to fine you. Yeah. You need to fucking indoor plumbing, all this fucking crazy shit. And she was like, no. Eventually, they fucking fined her or something like. I'm not sure if she got fined or maybe she got like threatened too much. So she had to build another small one-bedroom house after my grandpa died in front of that house to move into, and they had to fucking condemn that fucking house. But that house, it was a fucking Western-ass house. We would go in there, dude.
It's a historical landmark.
No, it's partly still out there. It's a storage room now, but part of the house was like torn down, and like one room is still there. I don't know how the fuck my uncle or whoever the fuck did this shit. It's still out there right now. It's in Clareville, fucking Texas, like 10 minutes from here. You could see the fucking ground during the summer when the sun was shining through. You can look down and see the fucking ground of the fucking floorboards. It was this is how fucking old this shit was, dude. I remember she had like trash bags, like you know how like there's like stucco and fucking shit on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like there was like trash bags like covering this shit. And I would stay there. It was our family's property. It was that fucking house. It was so fucking. I was one of the last.
It was grandma's house.
Yeah, it was grandma's house. I'm one of the last motherfuckers who stayed at a fucking house. Had to use a fucking outhouse. So every 6 months, you would have to fucking dig a new hole, move the fucking outhouse over. My uncle would fucking do that shit. Yeah.
Damn.
You would have to fucking like. Yeah, and sometimes it wouldn't. It would just stink like a motherfucker. I would take, as a fucking 6-year-old kid, go out there and take shits in this fucking outhouse, dude. I'm never fucking playing with you, dude.
Dang.
Take baths on the fucking weekends, dude. Like, it's fucking insane how they lived back in, like, the fucking 30s and 40s. Like this shit, dude. And, like, I lived it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
and,
wild.
Like, of course, on Mondays when it's school time, I go back to my fucking Beeville fucking house. My parents ran fucking motels. I come back to my nice fucking...
Come back. You're like, Mom, we should get an outhouse.
We should get an outhouse. Let's fuck this toilet over here. Like, fuck this, you know, like, you have a bidet, so, like...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Bidet find your butthole. It's aimed at a weird...
I don't know, man. I mean, I've used it before.
And it
like, when I first... Well, it doesn't find your butthole, but like I gotta like move a certain way to where it's getting like right there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, right. That's the ticket. So there you go.
I aimed my asshole then. All right, I can appreciate that. I was just always wondering, like, because Tom Segura and his wife Christina Pajitsky, they always fucking talk about how this thing they're rich, so maybe theirs does, but they're like, it always finds your butthole. And I was like,
Well,
how
see-
the fuck does it do that? Did Mark Rober invent it?
If you're
Like,
Arab, it does.
There's that key word right there. You said they're rich.
that is true.
They're
Well,
$50 at Walmart right now.
Dude, they're always promoting My Tushy and all this stuff. So.
Dude, I want to say I bought that bidet on sale for like $10.
The My Tushy?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the one I had.
Oh, okay.
My tushy probably aims and like has like crosshairs and
Maybe
shit, like
that's
you
what it is,
said.
because they were always talking about My Tushy. That might be it.
My Tushy. It's all like fucking My Pillow.
Dude, I wonder if
My Lindell, My Pillow.
you think the maker of My Tushy does like meth or crack or something? The way the fucking My Pillow and the OxyClean guy.
I believe it.
With the shit he says, I'm pretty sure he does, dude.
He does sake bombs.
We gotta
with
make
real
another product.
powder.
We're gonna make another product right now. What the fuck is it? It's called My Tushy. It shoots a fucking water stream in your asshole.
AI
Oh,
generated.
I said real gunpowder. I'm retarded.
I like real gunpowder. Whatever that is. It sounds cool. I'll support the product.
Oh, you good?
Don't drop the hats there.
No, this is like the flag. You can't let that touch the ground.
I'm still moving everything.
Yeah. So anyway,
Doesn't.
so eventually the county was like, you can't live like this. So they had to build her. I think I told this story. I'm drunk, but yeah. So she got a nicer house, which is a smaller house, but that's
Yeah.
still out there too. So yeah, it's nuts.
Dude, I'd like to go check it out one day. That'd be cool to go see and like wild.
It was historic, and the caddy corner to that house was an old like West schoolhouse, which was still there, and it's torn down now. But it was there up until like I want to say like the late '90s, early 2000s. There was an old piano in there. It was like what everybody from that little community went to go to school. All the kids went there. And now, back in the day, you would go to school up until like you learn to like read and write and do basic fucking math, and then you're fucking gone. It wasn't high school. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, in the high.
you learn your stuff
the-
and then you're good.
Yeah, in the cowboy age, it was like you learn how to fucking read and write, and you're fucking done. You're 6 years old, go work in a fucking cornfield, motherfucker.
Speaking of
yeah.
Yeah, the schoolhouse was there for a long time. Sorry, Chelsea.
Oh, I was just speaking of reading and writing and pianos. How do you spell cello? Because that's a cello, right?
No, that's an upright. That's a
Oh.
bass.
Then I'm fucking retarded. I was like,
I used to have a cello.
oh,
I think when you were around when I was at the Centers, I used to take my cello over there.
okay.
But yeah, that's an extra upright.
I saw that and I
it's a
was like-
quarter size though. It's a baby one.
I'm retarded, so I thought that was a cello, and then I was thinking, I hate how they spell cello.
CELLO.
Yeah, there's no fucking H.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Why isn't it called a cello? It's fucking stupid, dude. This isn't lasagna. Like, why aren't we utilizing the fucking Z in lasagna like we should? Also, the fucking Y, like bologna, lasagna, all these fucking words are spelled retardedly. Why don't we phonetically go through and fucking rework the dictionary so kids don't look so retarded when they're trying to spell things? Because I've seen fucking... People don't even know the difference between your and you are. With a fucking apostrophe. Are you fucking kidding me? When you're saying it in your head, if it means you are going, then you can't fucking do Y-O-U-R. You need
Yeah.
the E. Because
Yeah.
that's the R part.
That's a proper
Like,
way.
that fucking drives me up a wall.
Well, a lot of that comes from like...
Learning it in 3rd grade and then being mad that no one else did.
Well, no, like, who came over here? Was it the French? I know when they came.
everybody.
Yeah.
We're the melting
When the
pot.
Spaniards came over here, they tried to bring their language, and like, you know, there was like a median of like, where, you know, this is the correct way of saying it. Like, the best way I can do it is like the word Chicano. Like Chicano is not an actual word, but like down in Mexico, if you go over there, they'll call you Chino.
Yeah.
Like me, like
Or
if I were to go
Chinese.
like American Hispanic, you know, if I were to go down there, oh, that's a Chicano, or they would say that's a Chino, and that's where that came from.
I'm
so
a
like,
gringo.
yeah, you'd be a gringo or a güero, but
Have you gotten your ancestry.com? have you gotten your ancestry.com DNA kit?
I haven't,
You're
but
probably more Mexican than I am.
maybe. My mom has always told me that we're the smart natives mixed with like. So my dad's full Irish. He is literally like a fucking little leprechaun with this same mustache.
Yeah.
And my mom is a mixed mutt of like Italian, German, Scottish, French, fucking Indian, all that.
Right.
Like, and yeah, whenever I asked her like what type of native are we, she would just say the smart one. 'Cause,
Yeah.
but
The smart ones.
yeah.
Yeah, the ones that weren't retarded.
Yeah, the ones that didn't get eradicated. Like, we're the ones that traded.
See, like, I hate it when people say, like, all the Indians and the Native Americans, they got eradicated. It's like, no, dude, like...
No, they just got
Nah,
spread
they didn't
thin.
get
We
eradicated.
were just, like...
Jews.
We were like, yeah, we were like fucking like, hey, you wanna come play? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like fucking like, oh, look at these white people. Like, it was like, we trust them. Oh, you have smallpox? Fuck, I didn't know about smallpox. Sorry.
You know what else is crazy? Shane Gillis has opened my eyes to this because he is actually well versed in history, and you can Google all the shit he says, and it's true. But
Yeah.
this motherfucker, he opened my eyes to the fact that, like, when you say Native American, people think of one guy or one people, but they're literally. Oh,
you're good.
it scared me. I thought that was a piece of the thing, but no, like, so we all think of that dude from like fucking the YMCA, you know, the feathers. Like that's what we see when we think Native. But there's literally like.
If you're homosexual, but yes.
Think of natives like NFL teams, because there was like fucking a bunch of different teams. And some of them were way shittier than others. I found out that the Comanches, which are fucking well known, they're well known for a reason. They were like the ugliest, shittiest versions of the Native Americans, apparently. And this is just going off of what I've heard, but like they were so shitty, and then they got horses from Spain, and they mastered horse riding like no other motherfucker in the world, and used that to fucking pillage all the other motherfuckers. They were like, oh, you think we're not fucking hot? You think we're not fucking badass?
Look what I can do.
Well, that's what I would do.
30 miles an hour, and you can't.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a horse. I'm going to go and pillage now. Like, okay.
For real.
If I was in that mind frame in like the 1700s, or I'd be like, oh, because that's all you have. You're like, I'm going to stay home, or I'm going to go rape and pillage. I'm going to be like, I'm going to go pillage.
You know how like it would take us 4 days?
That sounds fun.
Yeah. You
We
know
should
how,
go rape and pillage right now.
you guys remember when it used to take us like 2 weeks?
I'm kidding. I'm not into raping and pillaging.
He would
That's
be.
so 1700s.
Oh. I don't know why that keeps happening. That's an IPA thing
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know, man. They've been sitting.
I'm not good
Well,
at drinking
these
beer.
have been sitting around for a minute.
Ugh. I started sipping on it and then it came in my mouth. Well, it tried to come all over the floor and then I had to let it come in my mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
But
Well, it's not gay because it's a beer.
But little known fact though,
Yeah.
like Native Americans, they built America like legit.
No, they didn't. They had America.
No.
We built all of it.
No, like
Us
skyscrapers
Chinese-
and stuff.
I
Have you
know.
heard about that?
I'm just
What?
wait. They actually
Like
built
skyscrapers?
Yeah.
Like the Indians were the only ones brave enough to fucking go up there and build like all the buildings
Wait,
in like New York and
Have
shit.
you heard of Mexicans?
Yeah.
Pretty
I'm
much
Hispanic
Native Americans.
myself,
So pretty
but I'm
Native
scared of heights.
Okay, so they could build skyscrapers. Did you know? And I just looked this shit up, right? Like a couple of days ago, right? How common homosexuality was like rampant in the fucking 1800s, and it was just like nothing.
I believe it.
It was like nothing to them.
I
they
believe
were like cowboy.
It just happens.
Cowboy
You
age,
know?
like cowboy age, like the Native Americans. I'll get to this. The Native Americans, they called them twin souls. They said they encompassed the fucking spirit of a fucking man and a woman, and gays and lesbians were fucking highly regarded in the Native American fucking standpoint. They called them twin souls. So they had relationships with men and they had relationships with women. Like the lesbians had, they were called twin souls. Look this shit up on fucking
Bisexual.
No, I believe you.
Not bisexuals, but some of them were bisexuals.
No, that
yes.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think I might, no homo, I might be a twin soul. Cause
well, twin soul means something now.
No,
Yeah. It's different now.
Like, I have always said, because I was raised by women, I feel like a lesbian with a dick. I've always said that.
Right.
Like, literally. And I think it's because I do think like a chick, but I also love that pussy.
Yeah.
So, it's weird, because I get grossed out when I'm hanging out with a bunch of dudes and they like, you know what I'm talking about, because you're dudes.
Well, yeah.
There are
So
some dudes that say some fucked up, wild shit, where it's like, dude, how the fuck does...
How the fuck are you married?
Yeah, well, I don't
exactly.
ever say that in front of a woman, but it's like, dude, how could anybody ever fucking trust you with anything if you're willing to say some shit like the shit that I've heard these motherfuckers say?
Yeah, man.
Exactly. It goes. I know exactly what you're talking about. These fucking dude. Like, I think we're just different. But like,
sorry.
Going back to the whole thing. Like, okay. It wasn't uncommon for a man and a man to have a relationship, or a woman and a woman to have a relationship in the Native American, whatever the fuck, right?
Like Pocahontas.
They were very like, okay, but it wasn't like pushed on them. It wasn't like, oh, I want to be gay because I have special powers, or the chief is. I want to be gay because we're fucking.
They were homosexual,
but they were looked at very highly. These homosexuals and these members of the LGBTQA plus community, right? In that vernacular. So were the fucking settlers and the fucking cowboys. They used to have fucking dances in California where it was all men in the fucking like 1800s. It was all men. And it was fucking like, what the fuck? Like, thinking of it now, it's like, how the fuck you think like, oh, the cowboys and Indians, like they're all fucking like super ultra conservative. They really weren't, as far as like when it came to homosexuality. They had fucking dances in the fucking all the fucking like miners that came to fucking like the gold rush and shit. They're all living in fucking like mining communities, so a lot of them are fucking gay too.
Yeah.
You look up fucking like there was a fucking like the Oregon Trail. Go ahead. I think you have to raise your hand. I'm just rambling on.
No, this is amazing because this brings up a point. This is a bit I have that I don't think I've told at this place, but I've wanted to. Me and Jeremy were talking about the originality of like when gay became bad.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't say
when
bad.
Christians took over America.
Dude, I think it was during the cowboy times, because back then gay still meant happy. And everybody was miserable.
Well, in the 60s, it still meant happy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like,
I'll show you a record right now that says gay music. I promise you, I have that.
It has a boner in the fucking.
No, it has a dude and a chick on there, and like I've been meaning to check it out, and I looked it up, and I can't find anything on it.
But it turns out the chick is not a chick.
That's a dude.
I'm sorry, Charles. Continue.
Oh no,
I have another fucking nerd.
I was just gonna say, just picture a bunch of fucking miserable cowboys sitting in a saloon,
like Brokeback Mountain.
Any fucking guy walks in with a smile on their face,
sexually
they're
deprived.
gonna be like, no, it had literally nothing to do with sexuality. They were just like, why does he get to be so gay and I don't? Because back then it was just happy. It was like, fuck this gay mother. Let's beat the gay out of him. So they beat that motherfucker until he wasn't gay anymore.
I don't think that. I mean, back in the day, I think it was more accepting. Like I was trying to say.
I mean, like I don't know if it was more accepting, but like, I feel like it was like, so like, I don't know. I guess like if there was like someone sleeping with some dude, like they're like. There probably wasn't a word for it.
There wasn't.
You
call them fags.
It wasn't like when we grew up, we're like, oh, that's gay. You can't say that.
I misinterpreted what I meant. I just meant when the word gay changed from gay to bad. Not necessarily gay as in homosexual, but like when it changed to bad, because they definitely equated these gay fuckers rocking around.
Yeah,
happy.
I'm gonna look into that in the next podcast. When did the word happy go to like something that was like more controversial?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, okay, going back, there was a Confederate. I'm not saying this is when the term gay fucking became a negative connotation towards homosexuals. There was a Confederate and fucking Confederacy, whatever. But there was a Confederate colonel, right, that had a fucking wife and it was actually pretty commonplace too, that was, because back then the women wore like big fucking dresses and they were able to hide everything, right? So men would masquerade like, trans or whatever the fuck would masquerade as women for their entire lives, being married to these fucking men. There was a Confederate fucking general that had a wife for like 40 years, right? And she was a fucking midwife too. She helped slaves. It was like a whole fucking big old thing. Yeah, I'll have to share you the fucking link on the thing. And so this lady was married to this Confederate fucking general, and I forgot his fucking name. You're gonna have to fucking look this shit up. I'll find. I'll find the fucking link. And so she was married to this. She was married to this Confederate general, and then one day this Confederate general has to, because when you go on a mission or have to go fucking work in the cowboy age, you're gonna be gone for like weeks or months at a fucking time on a fucking horse. I have to go to the next city to go fucking blah blah blah, like whatever the fuck. Right. So he took off. Her husband took off. She became fatally fucking ill. This lady, right? And so she's like literally like came back. I'm not sure how she was dying. She probably came down with tuberculosis or whatever the fuck it was. But she told her girlfriends, who were also the other, midwives or the fuck else in the village, like, I'm gonna die. Like, please just bury me in my dress. Like, don't fucking take it off to clean me and like nothing else, blah, blah, blah. Well, they felt sorry for her when she finally died. And they stripped her and they found out she had a fucking dick.
What the fuck?
they found her fucking dick and balls. And they're like, holy shit. Like, she was masquerading and living as a fucking woman.
Wait.
This entire fucking
time.
But
that like goes in like the whole trans subject.
Yeah, it does. Okay, that was trans in the fucking Old West. And so...
Wait, is that trans or is that just fucking drag? Because
back then...
Well, it depends on what does she look like.
Yeah. Those balls.
But he was a very well-respected fucking colonel, right? And so she didn't want... When she was on her fucking deathbed, like, don't take my clothes off, just bury me how I am and tell so-and-so that I love him, blah, blah, blah.
Was he doing it like this, though?
Yeah, no. Okay. But, but they did. And so they found out that she was a woman, or she was a man. And so, respectfully, they buried her anyway. And when the colonel came back, I was like, I'm sorry, your wife died. It was so fucked up. But I'll show you guys a fucking link eventually. But it was fucked up, dude. Like, yeah. And that's how these, like, gay people had to fucking live back then. Or these, people of whatever. It was so fucked up. But, like... Again, it was more accepted back then, but it was also more hidden. But you can also hide it more easily.
Yeah, because they didn't have social media or anything,
Yeah, so he was married to a trans woman in the, 1860, whatever the fuck. And that's a whole... It's proven. It's history, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The funniest thing would be if he never knew until the funeral. It's like, she just loved anal.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it was. So I'm going off on a fucking tangent. It's really nice.
Like, homosexuals in the oil field, dude. Like, I had a friend. Y'all might know him, y'all might not. I don't know. But I had a friend that wanted to get in the oil field.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to give him a chance just because he was homosexual. Mm-hmm. But...
Homosexual sounds so much gayer.
Does it? I mean, I don't know. Either way, he was gay. He was homosexual. It is what it is. But, I ended up saying, fuck it, dude. Like, I need an extra hand. I hired him on. This was when I was working in Louisiana. And like he was like talking to me, he was like, I don't know much. I was like, look, dude, I know you don't know much. I don't expect you to know everything. The only thing I expect out of you is to learn and to try and to like do your best. I was like,
well, it's a man's job.
yeah, it's a man's job, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're swinging hammers, putting shit together, you know.
He wanted to swing a hammer.
Oh,
That was the whole point. Now we're getting back down.
that was the thing though. He tried to outshine me one time, and like I was the boss out there, and like I told him, I was like, all right, we need to break these pipes apart. He was like, why do I do that? I was like, man, just fucking push down on them, fucking break them.
Yeah.
We're covered in ice, so we need to fucking break them. He's like, why do I do that? I was like, look, I'm going to do one for you. I want you to do the rest. So there I am fucking breaking like an inch of fucking ice, just fucking putting my weight on it.
That sounds like shit.
Yeah, dude, it was shit. I like
homosexual or not, that sounds like fucking shit.
Like-
Job to do.
I have a love and hate relationship with the oil field. I love it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so used to the work.
Yeah.
But I hate it because the pay is shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the money must be the fucking selling
Oh,
point. I've
no.
always heard in the oil field.
Well, like
No, he just likes to ruin the fucking environment for no reason.
I was gonna say, is it?
Well, like
Is
I
that
mean,
white privilege? I hear all white people talk about oil fields and it's all fucking gravy.
well, it just depends on where they're working. If you go to third parties like me, like yeah, the work's there, and like you know, that's the one thing I learned. I work with a lot of people that have no options.
Right.
You know, they either have fucking felonies or
You're talking to two of them.
child support, and like that's not a setback. Don't let that mind you. But like they have a lot of fucking jobs that like, you know, they're just picking them like, all right, yeah, you're good, but the pay is shit. Like what I don't want to say the company, but I used to work for a company in Kennedy.
Pioneer.
No,
I'm kidding.
no.
I'll say it real quick. No, I'm kidding.
No, they're like if you talk about pipeline, they're well known down here, and like I pretty much built like every facility, every pipeline in Kennedy, all around fucking where we live around Beeville.
Yeah.
But once I fucking applied, I was only making $14 an hour.
Damn.
And I told them, I was like, I don't fucking pick up a wrench for no less than 17.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my bare minimum. Yeah, and at that point, I already had like 4 years of
You could
4
die
years.
any fucking minute.
What I
Like,
was saying is like, damn to me, because 14 is more than I've ever been paid anywhere. But also at the same time, I know that in the oil field industry, that's low bar. Like you should be making 18 at the minimum.
Well,
you get hit in the head with a fucking rock and die. You know what I mean?
Well, like,
I know a guy who is missing half his skull because of fucking like a girder or a beam or something.
Yeah.
Fell down.
Yeah, dude.
Pipeline and,
Shit.
and broke his hard hat.
shit can fucking go south real quick, and like my like I don't give a fuck. No matter what, my heart goes out to anybody that works in the oil field, cause like that shit's fucking dangerous. Cause you don't even have to worry about that. You got to worry about gases.
Yeah.
Like H2S gases, you can't see that. You can't smell. Like once you're like, oh, I can't smell nothing. Boom, you're fucking laying on the floor next second.
It's like being in Compton at midnight.
Yeah, imagine like you have a sniper on the fucking hills over there and they shoot you and like you're like, ow.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, but going back to that, like I told him, I was like, I don't expect you to know anything. All I expect you is to learn, try, and just be there whenever anyone's not there. And like he was my third hand. I had 3 people on my crew. Well, actually 2. Him and some other guy. And the other guy, I looked at his resume and I was like, oh, this dude's legit. This dude knows his stuff. Man, I hired this dude on. The first day we got called out, he fucking falls asleep for like 2 hours in the truck, and he didn't last a week with me. And like all the other bosses that were there that were on my level, like, man, you're a mean boss. I was like, nah, dude. I was like, fuck that. I was like, I'm his boss. Why is he fucking going to sleep making me work? I was like, I don't mind doing the work if I'm there with him. I was like, but, you know, I'm there telling them what to do, and he's making this new hat do everything? Like, nah, man. He needs to learn from this dude, and they need to learn from me. I was like, that's fucked up.
Man, it's some bullshit when somebody tries to fucking pull that, like, I don't know, because I know on paper I'm more than you.
Yeah.
That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
You lead by example.
But even then, like, on paper, though, too, like, if you were to look at my resume, it'd be a couple of pages, you'd be like, oh, shit, this dude knows a lot, and I do. But it's like...
If you didn't fucking work your ass off, it wouldn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, when I went to the company in Kennedy, they gave me a green hat, and they usually give those to people that don't know nothing.
Right.
And I rocked it. I didn't give a fuck. I told them straight up. Like, my pusher was like, why'd they give you a green hat if you know so much? I was like, hey, dude, be quiet. I was like, this is my fuck-up card. He was like, what do you mean that's your fuck-up card? I was like, once I fuck up, I was like, this gets real.
Yeah.
I was like, that goes on my fucking rep. I was like, but as long as anything goes, I was like, fuck it, I'll rock this green hat. I don't give a fuck. They ain't paying me enough right now.
Yeah. That's actually
So, like, we're fucking doing, what were we doing? They found a gas leak in Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And
When was that?
Oh, maybe a year ago?
Yeah.
They found a gas leak in Kennedy. One of the landowners caught it because they saw, like, a bunch of mud coming up out of the ground. And the only way that happens is, like, if there's a fucking...
Farting a lot underground.
Nah, no, kinda. Yes and no, but there was, like, a lot of, like, moisture and mud. Cows were getting stuck underground. So, like, they fucking dug this big-ass hole. Like, I want to say, like, I'm, like, 5'5", pretty much. And, like, there was, like, a hole fucking 3 times the size of me. Having to go in there and fucking putting, like, a wrap on it. And having to tie it down in 3 sections. And my pusher was like, you know how to do that? I was like, man, what the fuck?
The pusher's the boss, right?
Yeah, the pusher's the boss. That's what I was doing in Louisiana.
Right,
I was the boss. But yeah, when I say pusher, that's like the boss of like that crew and that job.
It's like the drug dealer.
Yeah, the pusher. Yeah.
The Sudafed guy.
Yeah, the Sudafed guy.
From the earlier conversations.
Yeah. But yeah, the pusher was like, you know how to do that? I was like, man, motherfucker, give me that mask. I'll go handle this real quick. So I'm in there with the mask, all masked up. Like he's watching my gauge and doing my job.
Yeah.
And like taking care of business because like that shit was still pouring out.
Goddamn, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, oh.
Were you high?
No. Well, that's the thing though. Like I said with the gases, like it's real dangerous because like we have like these little monitors that pick up the gas most of the time.
Right.
Oh, that's your
And like I say that most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, if I could find an old one, I'll show you. But like, all of my little crickets, we call them crickets. They're H2S monitors, but they're like They're like little monitors that pick up the H2S gas, and like you have to keep it right here on your chest, because before it gets to your nose, that's too late.
Yeah.
And like gas is heavier than air, so it'll sink to the bottom. So even if you jumped, you're fucked.
Shit.
Yeah. And even then, I'm like, what, 10, 15 feet underground? So, like, where the pipeline's at? So, like, that shit's buried in there. I've only had that shit go off once, and I was working for a different company in Pleasanton. And, man, I have never talked to a fucking company man like the way I've talked to them there. Because, like, I told him, I was like, no, we can't do that. He's like, why the fuck not? I was like, you're putting my life on the line. What the fuck?
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Like, we were cleaning out a pipe. I don't even want to say the town name. But we were cleaning out a pipe, and, like, we had to cut it. We had to cut it in 3 sections. And they were like, yo, we need to get this unclogged today. We need to do this. I was like, well, it'd be better if we had a fucking vacuum truck and this and that. And I was like, I was like, the proper equipment. I was like,
While you're saying this, I'm smelling fucking natural gas now.
Smelling
it's like a fucking like a flashback of like driving through Luling towards Austin or something. I'm smelling this shit as you're
well, like
saying
the
I
oh
farted
man.
and I'm sorry.
That's what it was. I'm sorry.
See, like the best way I can describe the smell is like comino,
yeah.
like cumin, and
Could you say that
and
again?
eggs.
Say it in English, please.
Well,
Yeah,
Prince
cumin.
Charles.
I am a hueto.
Look at his mustache.
Yeah.
The best way I can.
Come here.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I'm singlingual.
There's that one. There's that one.
Get it?
Help yourself. Yeah, but the best way I could describe it is like cumin and eggs, like
Oh, I love that.
and weed.
Come an egg.
And weed, dude.
Not
like
what was
the
our show
chemical
for
I worked around for like 3 years was called scavenger, which is like an H2S and benzene mixture.
Dude, I literally am picturing what you're smelling because I used to work with propane and I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah. Put both of those together with like a little bit of fucking cumin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that smell right there. Like when I used to clean out takes and I smell that smell, I'm like, man, someone's making some badass arroz con pollo. And like the shit was red too, like the liquid would come out as red. So like,
Did you eat it?
oh, dude, that's the thing though. I wouldn't say I've ate it, but like you get that stuff on your body, you're pissing it out for a week.
Oh,
So like
that can't be good for your
yeah,
fucking
it's
health,
not
dude.
good.
No.
It's not good at all. But like say
What we're doing right now is probably better. We're drinking beers and smoking cigarettes. This is probably 10 times better
Oh,
than
yeah.
what the fuck you were doing.
yeah, the motherfuckers out there used to tell me, "Oh, you gotta smoke another cigarette." I was like, "What the fuck, dude? You see me covered in this shit."
Dude, I've been trying to
But,
get
like-
the black lung from cigarettes for years. It's not happening.
But like that's the thing though. Like I would tell all the green hats, I was like, "Hey, dude." Like they were around my age, if not younger. Like they looked at me because I was the youngest one there.
Right.
And they would look at me. I'd be like, "Hey, dude, make sure you're wearing gloves when you're grabbing those tools." Like, I'll be all right. I was like, "Nah, dude, that stuff's covered in scavenger." And like
Shit.
that stuff like lingers. Like all the company trucks, no matter how much you pressure wash, you put soap and water, that smell was always gonna be there.
So what the fuck, dude? Like, how the fuck, like, this is insane. You should be getting paid a lot more for this shit.
Oh, dude, at the time I was making 16.
You should be, you should be making more than that. That sounds fucking crazy.
Dude,
Like,
it's insane.
that's like, no, like, that's like fucking, like, cancerous, like,
Yeah, it is.
bullshit, like,
It is, dude. Like the what is it? The seminars we
I'm
used to go
scared to sit
to.
next to you. I'm like, I'm gonna get.
Oh no,
cancer.
I'm good now, dude. Like my mom keeps asking me, like, you want to go back to the oil field? No, like, for what? I make a little bit more, if not about the same much money as I used to make.
Right.
You know, I'm not struggling. You know, but I do miss being around everybody. Cause like it is an experience. You know, it builds work ethic. Cause like you get to meet everybody and you're like, okay, this dude's cool. That dude's a dick. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, like, I work at a fucking bar and grill, and I don't want to say any names because I don't know what'll happen with whatever, but some of the motherfuckers that I work with are lazy pieces of shit, and they don't do fucking shit but talk, and they fucking... I'm gonna get real specific. So
Like what we're doing right now. We're just talking.
Okay, well, I'm not getting paid to do this, and if I was, I'd be talking a lot more. All right? Let's just say that. These motherfuckers, some motherfuckers, singular, at my work, have been fucking standing there with a truckload on their phone for 2 hours while someone else watched them do it and made a video of them. They didn't obviously record them for 2 hours, but she was like, yeah, he stood there for 2 hours after the truck had been in and then fucking left as soon as the two guys came in to replace him. I fucking told the guy, I was like, yo, well, okay, what happened was, when they came in, they were like, what the fuck? Nothing's been done. We had to put up the truck and go through a lunch rush. Like, what the fuck? And then I found out from him what happened, and it was just a bunch of bullshit where he was like, well, you know, I had this and that, and it's all excuses and assholes. And then I talked to them, and they're like, yeah, this motherfucker did this. And it turned into a big hate fest. And I literally turned this motherfucker around for months I lied to him. I told him, hey, man, everybody at work fucking hates you right now. That was the truth. But I was like, and they all say that you used to be badass. That was the lie.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I think you could be badass again if you actually tried. And shit you not, dude. The guy, well, first he messaged back saying like, oh, well, they shouldn't, because they retaliated by fucking not doing shit one night when they knew he was coming in. He was like, well, that was fucked up of them, because when they did it to me, I was the only one, and when I did it to them, there was two of them. And it's like, no, dude, that's not the fucking point. Like, and anyways, it turned his shit around. Like, he fucking started doing badass at work. Yeah. And then we got a new owner, and he's back to being a piece of shit.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't care.
It doesn't
You
matter.
can tell me later.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Those things that the people at work are always. There's always that guy.
Thank you, sir.
Everywhere. Thanks, man.
I actually have to go take a piss real quick.
I was thinking about taking a piss, but now I'm not. Because
You want to take them together?
We can.
We can cross swords.
Oh, remember when he gave me your piss at the bar earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my piss.
Here, I'll pull it. I'll put it on the counter.
Yeah. So yeah, this is fun.
Hell yeah.
We're getting drunk and
Chilling and talking.
Shop. I like it a lot. So yeah, dude. Thanks for coming out to the fucking comedy.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to go, dude. It's just work's been getting in the way, and
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
oh yeah, definitely.
And I would send you messages on Facebook for like the last 5 years. Just quit your job. Just quit your... I don't care. I mean, I'm just bullshitting you, but I always say, like, I forget what the fuck, I always invite you to shit, like, and we're like, I just quit your job. I gotta work. Now, fuck your job. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was just joking.
It was a little surreal going, cause like I woke up and like I saw that you post comedy show was tonight. And I was like, oh, fuck. Hey, let's get dressed. She's like, for what? I was like, we're going to comedy night.
Were you naked?
I was in my boxers and everything.
You're ready for memes and shit? You're like, oh, shit.
If not, I was just going to fucking play Xbox all night.
No, this is better than Xbox. Maybe. I don't know. You want to go? Is that what you're saying, Jerry? You want to go play Xbox right now?
Oh,
You'd rather
man.
be doing that?
If you play Xbox with me, I'm sorry.
I don't know what the Wii station.
The Wii station, dude. That dude.
That was funny.
Fucking funny, dude. Like, oh, I love his shit.
You thought it was a good comedy show? I don't know.
Dude, yeah, I thought it was good. I didn't get to check Brad Castaneda. I didn't get to check his stuff out. The little bit I saw of fucking Chingons was good. And Adon killed it. He was fucking funny as shit, dude. The Louis skits. Like, I'm related to Louis. I didn't know that until, like, my brother showed my mom my gamer tag picture.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It's a picture of Louis.
Damn.
And my mom was like, that's your cousin? And I was like, for real?
Came in later.
I got so many stories of Louis, like me personally. Like, I remember being, I want to say I was like 6 or 7 when when Adon's brother made that movie.
Oh, you're talking about Scum.
Yeah, when Adon's brother made that movie,
Yeah,
Scum.
I was in that movie. I was in the movie for a lot more than I was on screen, but yeah.
But yeah, I was in the scene where they all packed into the fucking Rio.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the coordinator for that scene.
You probably talked to me and I didn't even know you. At the
Yeah,
time.
I was like, everybody throw popcorn in the air when the fucking camera starts
I
rolling.
remember
and everybody
that.
fucking yells. When the director yells action, everybody run out in an orderly fashion and throw the fucking popcorn in the air. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, no, you throw the popcorn. It's for the scene. The popcorn has to go everywhere in the fucking air.
Yeah.
It's so when everybody's fucking coming out, instead of just running out, you have fucking popcorn fucking flying over. And if you look at that fucking scene, it's one of the best fucking scenes in the goddamn movie. That sucked ass. What is this? Oh, you don't want it.
You didn't like it?
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but that might be the worst thing I've ever done.
What does it taste like?
It's probably one of those, that's probably the ones I had the other night. I was like, dude, you need to do that. Yeah.
What does it taste like?
What?
I just saw cherries
it is
on
literally
it.
my worst. Like when I read what it is.
Fuck.
He
Yeah.
said, "Oh fuck."
Dude, it
Okay.
tastes-
It's not that bad. Run.
If I'm drunk enough to
I
drink it,
feel
I'll
it.
trade you.
It's not that bad. Hold on. Let me go take a piss real quick. It's okay.
It's like my least favorite Christmas candy in a can.
I'll switch you,
With-
dude.
That's pretty fucking nasty.
You can have this. I'll
I don't-
take that one.
I don't
It's-
taste
it's
nothing.
Lemon tea, actually. That's up your alley.
That
Holy
is?
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta,
Go ahead.
Thank you.
we'll talk about scum in a minute. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
That fucking scene was fucking like, I was like, oh, I was a PA on that fucking movie, right? With production assistant.
Uh-huh.
And also was in certain parts in that fucking movie. So some of those fucking ideas was like, like mine. I'm not doing my horn. It was my idea. So the whole thing where everybody's like, so many fucking people came into that fucking theater to fucking be extras.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, dude, you were there. There's probably about
Dude, I
100
was
fucking
a
people
kid,
that showed
bro.
up to this fucking. We were surprised as fuck. We had a crane camera
I remember that.
downtown. We
I remember
shut
that.
off the fucking main street in fucking Beeville for this shit. It was insane. We had Angel Care out there with the fucking ambulances. We could drive the fucking ambulances. Y'all do what the fuck y'all want to do with these ambulances. We're like, what? As long as so-and-so is driving it, but you can put them and drive them however the fuck you want. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
So it was in the fucking newspaper.
You're
It was-
fucking burning out in the ambulance vehicles.
Yeah, that's what they fucking did. So they fucking did this shit. They fucking and so like we need extras. They put it in the fucking newspaper because it was before Facebook or it was around
Yeah.
Facebook time.
Nah, this was way before Facebook.
Yeah.
This was
So
MySpace
we need
days.
extras to come be theater goers
That makes sense why I
to
never heard of
fucking
it.
run out in this fucking. So everybody got into the fucking. We actually got the Rialto people to open the fucking theater doors, and everybody fucking went inside to this.
Yeah.
It was so fucking crazy. So we had like 100 fucking people, pavilions, go into this fucking thing. People I never fucking seen before that wanted to be in this fucking movie. I'm like, dude.
Adon did this?
It was Adon's brother, Paul.
Oh, okay.
And so we were just production. Yeah.
This was like a
The
long,
movie
long
sucks
time
so
ago.
fucking bad. It's a good fucking movie to fucking watch and riff.
Yeah, it's
I was like, I remember telling, I was like, I'm gonna be there with the fucking camera there. But I told Paul, I was like, dude, I think it'd be great if fucking people like when they're coming out, there's popcorn going everywhere. So we went to like fucking HEB and bought like at the time they had like bags of fucking popcorn.
Yeah,
So we got like these fucking like fake movie
Buckets.
those red line fucking
Yeah.
buckets of fucking popcorn.
Like KFC
and
buckets.
we're sitting there like before the fucking thing. We're like dropping shit on the fucking floor and fucking putting it back in. And I remember like walking up, seeing people eating the popcorn. I was like, don't eat the popcorn.
I think I remember
It
that.
was on the fucking floor. Like those fucking like why is everybody eating the fucking popcorn? They're like, it's a prop. Like don't eat the fucking popcorn. They're like, why? Because we don't have fucking like food. We don't have food handlers cards. No, like we literally were fucking like scooping this shit up and like last minute popcorn bags.
The rats are helping.
The fucking rats are helping. We're dropping shit and scooping up gravel and popcorn into the fucking.
Man, they're like, man,
bucket.
this is a hard ass kernel.
We didn't tell people to not eat the popcorn until people were eating the fucking popcorn. I'm like, don't eat the popcorn. Like, don't eat the fucking popcorn.
This is take 6, people. It's not all popcorn.
Take 6.
No, it's not.
Dirty as
that was,
shit.
It was dirt fucking popcorn. And we made like, we spent like hours, maybe like a few hours, like filing this fucking popcorn into these fucking buckets. It's not movie popcorn. We're not fucking doing this shit. Like, we're literally, like, scooping this shit up, putting it in a fucking bucket, and handing it to fucking people. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go. And before you know it, we're looking up, and people are like... Like, it was like Beto, like, stop
chill out.
eating the fucking popcorn.
If you shot that movie in Indonesia, there wouldn't be any popcorn left when you were done.
It's a problem. Everybody fucking stop. Like, somebody's gonna fucking get sick. This is so fucked up, dude. Like, I remember stop eating the fucking popcorn. Like, everybody just fucking started like, why? I'm like, because we don't have food handlers.
It's the only explanation.
I
We
didn't
don't
want
have
to tell
food
them that
out.
we fucking were scooping the shit off the fucking St. Mary's Street and fucking putting it into. People are probably listening to this shit now, like, oh fuck, I was the motherfucker.
I was eating the popcorn.
Sitting there shoving.
I want to say I ate the popcorn.
Don't eat the fucking popcorn.
I remember, dude. I mean, it's been so long, but I
Yeah.
remember hearing that. Don't eat the popcorn. Like, I'm there eating it. Like, so, hey, you're not supposed to eat the popcorn. Why? It's a movie prop. Oh.
It tastes
Just
real.
fucking eats it.
It's all like covered in fucking like evil fucking gravel and fucking dirt.
You can't
Like,
tell
shoving it
people
in.
it's a movie prop. You have to tell them the deal, otherwise, because like it tastes like real popcorn.
It was off the fucking
so,
cuff. I was like, don't eat the popcorn. Why? We don't have food handlers cards. I'm sorry. Like, it was so it was like everybody. Well, when you come out, throw the fucking popcorn everywhere. That's the fucking show. So they got the fucking seed. Everybody fucking zombies are fucking chasing people out of the fucking Rialto theater. There's popcorn going everywhere. But that was the fucking thing that they used.
Yeah.
Like, the popcorn was shit. Some of it might have been good, but most of it was like, you know, like fucking 10 of us like shoveling with our hands popcorn into this fucking buckets and handing them off to people, and like we're dropping shit. We're fucking like, you know, we're like
the oils on people's hands are all.
it was so fucking good. I had yeah, I felt so bad, but
I was trying to think of something funny to say when I was taking a piss, and I was like, "Wow, your cat's not really a person, is it?" I called it. I was gonna say that I called your cat the N-word, and then it would like looked at me weird, but I wouldn't do that. And also, I don't think your cat gave a fuck what I was talking about. I was like, "Come here, kitty," and it was like, "Meow," and then I tried to pet it, and it let me pet it once, and then it was like, "Meow, meow," and I was like, "All right, I'll leave you alone."
Was it the boy or the girl? Was it the big one or the little one?
It looked like a little one, but I haven't seen.
Was she real fluffy?
No.
Okay, that was probably the boy, yeah.
He's very vocal.
Oh, yeah, he's real vocal. We don't have a name for him. We just call him Crybaby.
That literally had to have been who I was talking to.
I would give that to you, but
No,
it's
tell
hard
me
to
about
find. That I picked that up at Goodwill.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, so we're looking at
this is like
8-track.
Urban Cowboy 8-track featuring. I think my uncle's on this fucking
there's John-
soundtrack.
Is he?
Like, there's a bunch of
Was it
names.
Freddie Fender on this fucking? I think so.
don't know. You know what? Oh, man, I need to show you my collection. I have a handful of Freddie Fender's albums.
I saw like Jimmy Buffett or
Yeah.
And like
whatever.
Christmas albums, and I want to
Dude.
say one album like from Freddie Fender.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
After this podcast,
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you my collection.
Fucking tangent, but yeah. Talking about this fucking Urban Cowboy 8-track.
Yeah. So like, I grew up watching Urban Cowboy like religiously, like with my mom. It's my mom's favorite movie. My aunt's is my aunt's favorite movie. Like I just grew up loving it, and I watched it. I want to say maybe a handful of times. And I'm like, I love this movie.
Yeah. Bud.
For me, that was
Freaking
Bud was the best fucking movie bad guy in the history of
Was he the
fucking-
bad guy though?
Was he the bad guy? No, I mean, like, dude, okay,
never even
maybe
seen it.
he
That's
wasn't. Was John Travolta the fucking bad guy? Who knows? I maybe so. I don't know. I have to, an Urban Cowboy.
Oh, he's in it?
John Travolta.
That's John Travolta on the. You just show it to him?
Yeah.
Well, I saw it, but
That's John Travolta. That's
after,
a young
that's after
John
Saturday Night
Travolta.
Fever.
that looked like Jeremiah Watkins the first time I looked at it. Why does it look like Tom Cruise
Why
now?
would Jeremiah Watkins be on a fucking 8-track? Wait a minute, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah,
Oh, I didn't even show you my 8-track
Yeah,
collection.
dude.
Dude,
You know what?
my collection is.
oh, we're getting
Extensive.
sexual now.
He looks like Ray Liotta actually right here.
I'm gonna have to send you.
That's not Ray Liotta.
I'm gonna have to send you snippets of fucking.
Maybe so. It kind of does. I wish like you should post this too, along with the if you do like a blog post, post along what we're talking about and post this fucking picture. It kind of does look like Ray Liotta a little bit.
I can tell that it is the Italian stallion, but I'm telling you, it looks like Ray Liotta. He's got the features. Only because later in life, Ray Liotta decided to fucking Botox it up.
The Italian stallion. That's Sylvester Stallone.
Oh wait, who are we talking about?
John Travolta, the guy from Greece.
Hey, have you ever
Motherfucker.
seen Creed, the Creed movies?
I always get them mixed up.
I haven't seen
That's what I meant.
I haven't seen the Creed movies. I'm a huge Rocky fan. I have not seen one Creed movie yet. And there's a part 3 coming out for Creed.
I thought
Supposedly
they
part
were-
3 is like Rocky fucking 9 right
Wait,
now.
Hold on. Real quick. Yeah. Creed is Travolta
No,
and Rocky is Stallone? Or what's going on here?
no. Stallone is Stallone.
And so, okay, Stallone is Rocky.
Stallone is Rocky.
Stallone is Rocky and Creed?
No, Creed's a black guy.
Well,
I don't know. I
Michael
don't know who
Jordan.
Creed is. I don't remember.
Wait, why is Travolta being brought up with
Creed's Lionel Richie.
I'm so confused. Like,
My dad is a huge like Lionel Richie fan. It's so fucking stupid as fuck. So he saw him like on fucking. I'm gonna get into this. And we were watching like Up Late like a few nights ago, and he was on like the Tonight Show or something like that. He's like, "Ooh, míralo, Lionel Richie, he's old as fuck." like, I was like, Dad, you don't listen to shit besides like Tejano, dude. Like, I love Lionel Richie though. Why? I don't know. I'm not, there's no points to that. I'm just getting drunk.
just imagine if he liked like all the same actors
Yeah.
and all that. He'd be like,
No, but he was like, he's still around. I was like,
hi. Don't spill anything, okay?
no. My dad was like, he's still around. Like, yeah, Lionel Richie's on. Like, he's on fucking like America's Got Talent or something.
My mom has weird feet. Like her toes, all of them are her toenails. I'm so sorry if you ever listen to this. I love you. I'll never tell her about it, and I don't. She does. So I don't think she will. But literally all of her fucking nails are nails. Like they're fucking nails that you hammer wood together with. My mom's toenails are circular. It looks scary, like no joke. It's been that way. My mom had me when she was 42, so I've always grown up with people thinking my mom's my grandma, but like that's the only thing where I've always been like weirded out whenever other people's moms' feet are out, and I see them and I'm like, what the fuck? Why aren't your feet weird? Like. I don't know what, it doesn't make any sense.
I thought all moms had weird feet.
Dude,
No, I get that because I'm getting to that point.
Dude, like my mom's fucking
Because like
toes
the
are
fucking nails are
scary.
thick.
They're literally circles.
Yeah.
They're full claws. All of them except for the big one, but the big one's even a fucking oval. It is
Oh
oval
shit!
shape.
Yeah.
And I'm scared that that's a genetic thing or whatever.
No, there's got to be like an iron thing.
No, I don't know what it is, but my mom always wore high heels. She was a realtor, so she wore high heels and like shoes that press your feet together. So her feet are angled weirdly like a ballerina.
Yeah.
But I don't get how that would form your fucking toenails. Because every toenail
Maybe after
is
like
circular.
years of doing
Like
it, but
like a Fritos twist.
Dude, no.
like a fucking bugle.
Yeah.
Do they look like bugles?
The tips, yes, but
He said the
like,
tips. Yes.
like literally,
Yes, but-
literally picture a nail that you would hammer with. The end of that is what her toenails look like. They're
Oh
just pointy.
fuck!
Yeah, they're just pointy little fucking circles.
I'd hate for her to kick me. me.
Yeah. I never even thought about that. I wonder if it would hurt her. If she was like our
Nah, dude.
If she was our age.
She's the hammer.
Dude. She's the hammer
Dude.
and the nail. She'll nail you to the fucking wall. Huh?
Yeah, she's like, we need to put some boards up.
If this is torture.
Clip it off, hurry.
Ooh. By the way, that's
Thanks.
gonna be my favorite Mexican character ever. Is
Paul Rodriguez,
I
George Lopez.
No, I think it was Cheech. I think
Yeah.
Cheech did the voice. It was in All Dogs Go to Heaven. This is torture. Chain me to the wall. It was
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Was it?
Dude.
Yeah, I think it was cheap.
It sounded
Was
exactly
it?
like
I
him.
think so.
In my
I have that on
memory,
VHS.
Look
It's
it
been
up.
forever since I watched it.
I couldn't say for sure it's him, but in my memory, I hear.
Was
his
that
voice
before or
saying-
after Oliver's and Company?
That was before or after Oliver Twist.
Let's make a movie called All Cats Go to Hell.
After all 9 lives are done,
Cats.
they just have 10 everywhere.
Just be a bunch of
That'd
fucking,
be like the best fucking sequel to All Dogs Go to Heaven, All Cats Go to Hell.
just a bunch of bitch ass cats being fucked hard like assholes.
Disney Pictures presents in a class fucking VHS case. It's All Cats Go to Hell, everybody. Summer 1993.
Dude, how familiar are you with the VHS community? Have you seen anything?
Oh, I
The
love
VHS
VHS.
community is dead.
Yeah.
The VHS
No.
collector community is alive and running, apparently.
Dude, it is, dude. Like,
You have to talk to Pete, the owner of Scores, about the VHS community.
nah, for real?
Yes.
Set me up with them.
He
I'm
is,
down.
like,
I am
fucking,
fucking
like-
down, dude.
I'm telling you, it's
He's
called
responsible
the VHS collectors
fucking
community.
bringing gay pornography to fucking Beeville, Texas.
Like, you,
And he's
like,
proud of it.
let me put it like this.
What?
You think if he were to see my collection, he'd be like, or like, oh shit.
No, he'd be like, oh shit, but he'd be like, like whatever. But no, yeah, like it's no. He had
Gay pornography and VHS.
Yeah,
Get
I was
there.
talking about it tonight.
I'm sorry. I
know.
Nobody else had gay pornography to rent
On
in this
VHS?
town on VHS and DVD
I didn't
until
think gay porn was around back when VHS was around. I thought that was
Gay
all
porn's
right.
been around for years.
Well, I always knew gay people around because as a child, I saw kids that were gay. Like, it was obvious. But, like, to picture the internet having any gay porn before I realized there was anything on the internet.
well, gay
It's
porn
weird.
probably just before straight porn.
I was actually an innocent fucking child. Like, it took me
Yeah.
a minute to find porn. And I, like, dude, there's people older than me that were using DSL to get porn. And I was like, dude,
I
porn-
believe it.
Dude, porn wasn't accessible to me.
You gotta
until
wait 15 minutes for a picture to upload.
You would have to wait until before that. You would have to I lived in Cape Part right when I was a kid for some time. You know where
Real quick.
the 36.
Oh,
right now.
you're the kids I'm talking about.
Okay.
All my friends. Oh, I'm 32, so
Yeah.
all my friends have always, when I was younger, all my friends were a couple years older than me, and
Yeah.
they were teaching me and shit.
But no,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Check it out. In like the mid '90s, we lived in like Cape Part, right? The community out there, for those who don't know Beeville, whatever the fuck they're listening to, there's a little subdivision out
honey
there.
of a town.
Here, there would be, you know where those tennis courts were?
Yeah.
Okay.
in
Okay.
Cape Park?
Yeah. You know where that?
One of them's a
now,
basketball court now.
now there's a dumpster out there, but it used to be all woods out there. That whole fucking area. Yeah, it used to be all woods, and we used to ride our bikes and play out there. And we used to find fucking like porno mags out there, dude. Like it was like that was our introduction to fucking pornography.
You
like
wanna-
10, 11 years old. Yeah.
What
You
the
want to know a
fuck?
fun fact about my secret bad past?
No and yes, but please.
Sure.
no.
Dude.
Fun fact, I've done meth at those dumpsters.
Who hasn't?
FYI, for anybody who didn't pay attention to the beginning, I have done meth, and it was awesome, and you should never do it. It sucks.
Yeah, don't do drugs, man. Yeah, I know the audio isn't that great, and I have been trying and trying and trying to make it better. But hopefully the next time I do this, it'll be with a different setup. because like I said, I was running it out of a PA, and maybe it's just me being hard on myself, but I do know my, I guess, ability to make it better, but working with what I have, that was the best that I could do. And yeah, the stories are a little wild, a little out there, but hey, it wouldn't be a show if it wasn't wild, right? I'm TunaBear, man. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and your mom about us, or just don't.
Whatever happens, happens.